Hello, and welcome to another episode of As You Were. I'm your host, Mel, and today's episode is, like always, when I have been posting inconsistently, is going to be a chit-chat / quick update. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. I had originally recorded this last night, and I didn't love the way it turned out. There was just something about the content that didn't sit right with me. So I am now re-recording with some more things planned, I guess you could say. Number one, finally settled into the new apartment. I feel cozy and I feel at home. And although it is a studio apartment, it has this feel about it to me that has been curated to fit all of my needs as a homebody. So that's what I wanted this first part of the episode to be about is, if you're a homebody, what are some things that you have in your apartment or your house or wherever you're living that make you feel cozy and that make you feel at home. For me, I love having soft lighting everywhere and trying to have as much natural wood material as possible. That was a trick that I learned when I couldn't figure out how to get my apartment cozy. There was something about it that just wasn't working. And when I learned those tricks, everything started to fall into place. My apartment has really nice oak wood, which I'm very thankful for. This is the first apartment that's been all wood, and I've just started to incorporate more natural things into it as I go. So my desk is wood, my lamp is like a light, I think they call it rattan wood. I have wicker, light woods, dark woods. It's all a mixture, and the yellows in my apartment have also made it feel kind of cozy, in my opinion. Just lots of oranges, yellows, and I think rugs have really helped as well. I have a couple rugs sitting around, and I do plan on getting a couple more. It is a small space, so I want to be careful, but having a rug near my desk might make it feel a little bit more cozy when I am working from home, and maybe one in the kitchen so I have somewhere to walk and it feels more cozy. I don't know. TBD on that, but that is kind of where I am headed, in the direction I'm headed. So as a homebody, I would say making it as cozy as possible through just warm colors and lots of natural woods, if that's what you're into. I've definitely been in apartments where it's almost the complete opposite, but I don't feel cold. I don't feel that uninviting feeling that a lot of interior decorators talk about, I feel like, when you walk into a home that's like glass and whites and grays. So, but when I walk into them and they feel intentional, I think when an apartment and when a home feel intentional, I love the city, but sirens have to be one of the most annoying things. As I was saying, some houses and some apartments have a warm and inviting feel even when they don't have warm colors in their space. And I think it's because things are intentional in their space still. So everything has a purpose, but you don't walk in and you don't feel like everything is too perfect to where you can't sit down and enjoy some coffee, or you can't, walk around and feel unencumbered. What matters is making your space intentional and inviting to others if that's what you're looking for. Another thing as a homebody for me is having a pair of slippers. As a homebody, I like having my slippers around so I can still walk around and keep my feet warm, but I'm not wearing my shoes. I do have a no shoes rule. I know. I'm one of those people. And you know what? I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed. It is an uncomfortable conversation, and I've been thinking about getting a rug or a outdoor doormat that says shoes off please or something funny to kind of make it not as serious, but I hate hate having shoes in the house. I refuse to do it. I refuse to live with anyone who has a shoes on policy. That's something that I cannot compromise with. And you know what? So what? I'm okay with it. I'm fine. Personally, I think as a homebody, you need a good pair of slippers. Next thing as a homebody is having comfy clothes that are cute. So I used to kind of walk around, and I still do sometimes, with like the most ratchet clothes on. Now that I live in almost like a dorm room setting apartment again, if I need to like go out for any reason, like take out my trash or go pick up a package from downstairs or talk to the front desk about something or borrow a bellhop, whatever it is, I cannot be looking just super ratchet all the time. So I have not necessarily invested, but I've been a lot more aware of the comfy clothes that I'm buying and the loungewear that I'm buying. Not everything has to be pajamas. It can still be comfortable and you can still lounge. And I think growing up and becoming an adult has taught me that. Now, this is my most comfy hoodie. I was on a mission to purchase a hoodie that felt comfortable, that was really oversized, like very much so like Ariana Grande vibes. And I wanted something that was going to feel like a warm hug. So that is what I got. I just thrifted this like last week, I think. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to find anything for a reasonable price that was going to fit the needs that I wanted. So thrifting it was. I think I paid like $4.99 for this. Totally worth it. I was looking at Gymshark stuff, and I do love Gymshark's clothing, but I was on their Black Friday sale and everything sold out in like 5 minutes. I swear they only keep like 30 things in inventory for each item. So I don't know, it didn't work out, but as a homebody, comfy clothes that are cute, that you can walk around in, that you feel comfortable and confident in. If someone were to knock on your door and you had to answer it, you wouldn't have to like scurry and change. I think that's the vibe that I like to go for. Next thing as a homebody is having a YouTube Red subscription or like a Netflix subscription. I think are kind of musts for me. I am a YouTube I just love YouTube and I love watching YouTube. So I finally caved and I got YouTube Red, and I am never going back. Not having to wait for ads or hear the same ads over and over again or feel like I am constantly being bombarded with ads is easily one of the best feelings. Like I'm choosing not to pay for ads. And it is weird because about 10 years ago, we also didn't have to pay for ads and there were no ads and it was like all free. So that was weird going back to like it was full circle, but now I'm paying money for it. But I don't know. For me, totally worth it as a homebody, as someone who loves to watch the YouTube. I am so glad that I paid for it and that I no longer have to worry about ads. My next essential as a homebody is having a very comfortable bed. I wasn't going to go and buy the most like expensive bed sheets, like Egyptian cotton. I sleep well on non-Egyptian cotton. I've done it before. Who says I can't do it now, you know? So I think investing in sheets that are comfortable to you, whatever material that might be, it doesn't matter the thread count. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping on a silk pillow. To be honest, I fucking hate sleeping on silk pillows. My head is like sliding around everywhere. I'm like, great. It's awesome for my hair. Let me just put my hair in a braid. It doesn't work for me. So what might work for someone else might not work for you. And having something that's comfortable where you can come home and you are excited to get into bed it's like the best feeling. My final point on this would be, in my opinion, although I'm a homebody, I still like to have my apartment inviting for others. My space at the moment is quite small and it is difficult at times to accommodate for multiple people. It's not really, the apartment isn't necessarily designed for that. However, I try to make accommodations where I can, and I have some plans to actually get rid of the couch that I'm sitting on. I am going to get something that's a little more studio friendly. It will be wide so you can have like a really deep cushion. As a homebody, if I'm watching TV, I want my cushion on my couch to be so deep. Like I want to be able to sink into my couch, and that's just not what's going on here. And the part that I'm on right now is like the longest part. I think it's like 45 inches. So maybe something in the middle where it's, you can still sink, but you're not like completely laying down, because I just don't have the space for that. So that's something that I will be doing to help accommodate other people when they come in. And also just having things accessible to them, letting them know that, hey, me casa es su casa. Be like, seriously, make yourself at home. That makes me so happy when you make yourself at home, and when you feel comfortable in my space. That makes me feel like I'm doing something right, and that I'm there for someone. My cat is in the back, and she is just like rolling around on the bed. Is the cutest thing. Oh, she's such a sweetie. Yeah, just having that open line of, this house is yours. Treat it with respect. Take what you want, like water, food. If you need to borrow clothes, I have extra towels, things like that. So being a homebody for me it doesn't necessarily mean like I'm an introvert. It means that I enjoy being at home. And if people want to come over, I'm more than happy to have people over here. I think goals for the future, though, to make sure that I am not only serving my homebody side, but I'm also serving my hosting side, will be to expand and get a larger apartment. I was on edge about buying. I was thinking about buying a home. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. Not sure if I want to get like an apartment or if I want to buy like a house yet, because that would mean I'd have to move to the suburbs, and Columbus taught me that I'm not a suburbs gal. I am meant to be in the city. Having a larger space, having like an actual kitchen table, having like a bar area for people so that they can sit and that they can, maybe face the kitchen, but we're all like around the living room. I have a lot of ideas for what the next apartment is going to look like, and I am a little bit ambivalent because I've just moved into this space about 3 months ago, and I love how it makes me feel, right? I feel so cozy when I walk in after a long day's work. I come home and I am so thankful, and I feel so blessed to be able to afford an apartment in the city. But at the same time, what's next? And I understand that's very American of me. I am thinking a little bit bigger and not always appreciating things for what I have, and I'm working on that. I think you don't know what you have until it's gone, and some things that I've learned along the way of moving is every single apartment I've lived in, no matter how shitty, I've always missed something about it, whether that's the physical apartment, which in most cases those were the nice apartments, but even in the shitty apartments, I would miss like how close I was to, for example, I lived in a really shitty apartment in Columbus, but I had the best dishwasher. It was such a modern looking apartment. It was so small. I think it was smaller than a shoebox, but I was so thankful for the memories that it gave me and for the opportunities that it allowed for me to have. So as a homebody, in my opinion, it's about appreciating your space. It's about accepting it for what it is, adding things that make you feel cozy and that make you feel at home. And if you have other goals to host and accommodate people, then go for that too. Anyways, I think that concludes the episode. It's now 6:00 in the morning and I should probably start getting ready for work. So thank you so much for listening or watching the episode. If you watched it today, I think that the video was a nice addition, but wherever you are, I hope the video and the episode found you well and that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.